Everybody, how's it going? Daybreaker Rein here, coming at you through your video scope with an update vlog in regards to Extra Life 2016 and Extra Life 2017. So I'm going to be talking about what happened last year with my Extra Life campaign, and then I'm going to also be talking about what I hope to achieve with Extra Life this year. So I apologize for the delay in this video. I was really waiting for my mic arm. It's finally here so I can finally sit down and do this video. I hope you guys give it a thorough analysis, and I hope you guys bear with me. I know I've kind of been going ham with the Extra Life stuff here on this channel, but I hope to rear it back in 2017. So let's dive right into it, guys. So let's go ahead and talk about Extra Life 2016 and kind of what all happened there. So my original idea going into 2016 was I was going to do 12 streams throughout the entirety of the year, one stream per month at the end of the month, and I was going to stream a couple games for a couple hours. So unfortunately, I didn't see all 12 streams through. I think I did 11 of them. One of them was put aside and pushed to the following month as like a combination stream due to the fact that I was working at the time, so I wasn't able to actually do the stream in March, I believe. So April was like a super stream where I did like 8 or 9 games. I can't really remember the full extent, but so that was kind of the idea. And the idea behind doing the multiple games in hour-long segments, for one, I feel hour-long segments are much easier to digest than doing a 3, 4, 5 hour stream of just one game. If my Metroid extravaganzas uploads are any indication, I don't think anybody really wants to sit through a 3 or 4 hour stream unless they're just a die-hard dedicated fan. So to the average viewer, I think that's kind of a bit daunting, is to see like a huge amount of time. Thankfully, I mean, YouTube lets you stop wherever and you can come back to it later, so that's kind of a nifty feature for those who actually do want to check out those really longer videos. But I thought the hour-long segments were a good time margin, more or less. So with that being said, I also wanted to try to reach broader audiences with doing the individual games for an hour instead of doing like one game over a 5 hour segment and just like divvying it up. So that was kind of the idea in any case, was I wanted to try to reach out to more people and get more eyes on the fact that I was doing Extra Life. You know, I am a small YouTuber. I don't ever expect to ever see a bigger sub base unless I just do something extravagant, which I doubt very seriously in the near future that's ever going to happen. But you know, I'm just trying to reach out to whoever is willing to give me the time of day and check out what I have to do. And if they support what I do, hopefully donate to the campaign. So that was kind of the idea. At the end of the day, though, you know, donations like that are completely on the individual. I know that some people are, you know, everybody's got something going on in their life. I know that, you know, donating isn't really something that everybody can do, especially when it's to a charity. You know, some people are kind of against that sort of thing, which is completely understandable. So the $500 goal, if anything, was more of a superficial number to me. It was more of just a placeholder than anything. I was really more just like trying to get whatever I could. If I could get past or possibly see that goal through, I would have been blown away. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. We reached $150 out of the $500 goal, and I honestly couldn't be happier with that. I'm really thankful that there were generous enough individuals who wanted to give me the time of day, who liked what I had to do, or who liked what I was doing, supported what I was doing, and were willing to donate to my Extra Life campaign goal for the UNM Children's Hospital. You know, and the great thing about that is I never saw a dime of that. It all went straight to the UNM Children's Hospital. So I'm super happy that we were able to reach that. I think it was a bit ambitious of me to assume that I was going to be able to make a $500 goal. And I think it's kind of been daunting for a lot of people because I have kind of been going a little bit more ham on the Extra Life broadcast than I have any sort of like original broadcast where it's just me and there's no kind of stipulation behind why I'm broadcasting. I'm just broadcasting because I'm just wanting to have fun and just broadcast for whatever reason. So that's why I've kind of decided to change up things for 2017. But overall, I'm very happy with what I did in 2016. I'm really glad that I saw most of it through, especially the Metroid Extravaganza. That I honestly was kind of because I had just come back from a trip out of town, out of state, and I was kind of still recuperating from that, trying to get back into the swing of things and just being around, my house and everything like that. So I was a bit worried that I wasn't going to be able to get through the Metroid one, or that I was just going to cancel it altogether. But I'm really proud of myself that I saw it through. To anybody who wants to watch what I did previously, this last year and the 2 years before, there is a whole playlist dedicated to my extra live streams, so I will put a link in the description of this video and maybe an annotation somewhere up in this video that you guys can click on and go check out the playlist if you guys want to watch anything specific. A lot of it's like 1 hour segments, but if you guys are really daring and you guys want to check out the Metroid Extravaganza, where I played through 4 of the Metroid games in their entirety, those streams have all been are my most current uploads, and they're pretty long, so digest them as you will. Like, watch an hour of it and come back and watch the other 2 or 3 later at another time. That's all up to you. I just like to see some people actually check that stuff out, because it was pretty cool that, and I'm proud of myself for doing it. I got into a pretty decent conversation with an individual during, I think, my Super Metroid stream, and I think he came in during my Metroid 2 stream and was chatting with me for a bit then, but then he left and then came back and was chatting with me during the first little bit of my Super Metroid stream. So yeah, that was definitely super fun. I'm really thankful somebody came by and chatted it up with me. That broke the monotony a bit, because just talking to myself is just kind of like, not a whole lot going on there. So anyways, if you guys want to check out the playlist, link in the description, annotation somewhere on this video, and let's go ahead and start talking about what I hope to achieve this next year in 2017. So for my Extra Life participation in 2017, it's going to be way different than what it was last year. I'm not going to be doing a stream every single month. That I already know is a given. While it was ambitious of me to do it, while I thought it was going to draw in more people, the results kind of varied. So I don't think that that's necessarily what people want. I really would like to try to focus more on just individual broadcasts and stuff that's not stipulated behind the Extra Life. And it kind of felt like there for a minute that that's really all I was doing, was just uploading Extra Life stuff in the archives. So I'm going to rear it back. This year, the campaign goal has been set to $200. Way lower than last year's, I know. But I'm hopefully going to see some of that through, if anything. We'll just have to wait and see. But for this year, the plan is right now that October, I will be focusing on one game individually, 1 or 2 games, and I'll be streaming them in their entirety throughout the month. Then when it comes to game day, which is October 21st, I'll probably try to see if I can get some friends involved. If anything, maybe try to get on some online stuff, talk to a couple of individuals, because that was kind of one of my always big goals, was I really wanted to get more people involved in what we're doing, and or what I'm doing in any case, but what we're doing as a whole, like us gamers who are participating in Extra Life. Like, one of my big things was I wanted to get more people involved in my streams particularly. One of my big dreams was to get the FGC guys here for the local scene, and we just do a bunch of random fighting games, like the Jackie Chan fighting game, Dong Dong Never Die, just all these like ridiculous fighting games that we have scattered throughout our several computers and hard drives and flash drives and stuff like that, that we just love to just have fun and play. With no like real stipulations or anything behind them. It's just that we're playing and just having a good time. That's kind of always one of my big dreams, but I don't necessarily know if that's going to pan out this year. I'm going to try to keep in contact with them and chat it up with them and see if that's something that they want to do. So basically, if something like that comes to light, like there's a special event that I can set for a specific month, then I'll talk about it, I'll make a bunch of posts about it, probably make a small video in regards to it and let people know, kind of like what I did for the Metroid Extravaganza. So that's kind of the plan there, if anything. If stuff like that kind of pops up somewhere throughout the year, that's what's going to happen. But for the time being, October is the primary focus. So basically, as October comes around, I'm going to be streaming one or two games throughout the entire month, like in their entirety, and then I will be participating in game day. So as for the games that I will be streaming that month, that's where the fun part comes in. So it's not set up right now, but what I'm going to do is I will leave a link in the description to my Facebook page. I set up an Extra Life campaign page for anybody who wants to check it out. It's specifically for Extra Life. I don't talk about my main channel or anything like that. It's just all for updates on broadcasts, updates on what I'm doing, you know, videos like this that pertain to Extra Life, and stuff like that. So, but my plan is that I'm going to set up a poll. And I don't necessarily know what games are going to be in this poll, but I'm going to look at my library and see what games I have not played, because there's a ton I haven't played, or what games I think might actually draw in a crowd. And I'll choose like 4 or 5 of them, and basically throughout the entirety of the year, people can vote on what games they want to see. And so basically I'll probably pick like of course the top winner, and then maybe like second place, and those 2 games I'll stream throughout the entirety of the month of October, as well as participating in game day. So that's kind of the idea for this year, guys. I know that doesn't sound like a whole lot, and I know that there's many months before October, so you're not going to hear too much about the Extra Life stuff from me, but I really wanted to rear back on it. I feel that like I'm really shoving it in people's faces that I'm doing this, and that really was never the intent, and I apologize if it ever came off that way. I'm just really passionate about this, and I really feel that it is something that I can get behind, and something that I can use my passion to see, to see things maybe get possibly better. And that was kind of the whole point of this, is that I really am not in a position to do anything else, so the Extra Life streams are a way for me to kind of reach out and see if I can at least throw in my hat and try to help the UNM Children's Hospital, because although I do know that there is quite a big margin of participants here in New Mexico for the UNM Children's Hospital, we actually do have a Extra Life Guild Hall up in Albuquerque, which is really nice. Unfortunately, I'm 3 hours away, so it's not like I can ever go to any of the meetings, but that is something that is, we're obviously kind of breaking ground there. So I'm really excited to continue to be a part of Extra Life, and I'm going to continue to be a part of Extra Life until I can't do it anymore. This is my way to try to give back, and try to do something for the betterment of the world. And not everybody might agree with that. Not everybody might like that, and that's totally fine. If Extra Life and just charity things in general are not your cup of tea, I completely understand. It really comes down to the end of the day, it's always on the individual. If they want to donate to my campaign, if they feel it on their heart to do so, if they support what I do and that's what they want to do. I'd much rather you guys do that than ever donate money to me, because that's just how I am. So, but the Extra Life campaign page is set up, so I'll leave a link in the description of this video to it. I will link the poll to the Facebook page once I have that set up, and once I've decided on what games I'm going to put on the poll. And then, like I said, if anything pops up throughout the year, if I end up doing a thing with the FGC scene here, if I end up doing an Extra Life stream with other individuals, like I could get my friends together for once or something, and we can do Halo or something, I'll make a small update video about it, and I'll let you guys know. But for the time being, that's kind of what is set for October of well, it is October of 2017, but for October, it's going to be 1 to 2 games. I'm going to stream through the entirety of the month, and then, of course, participate in game day. And game day will just be random. I don't necessarily know what I'm going to do, but it's going to be a 24-hour gaming stream, so I've got to freaking just figure something out. I'll figure something out. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for me. I think I've rambled on long enough, so I hope you guys all sat through this. This is actually going to be a part of my campaign page, so if people want to kind of get an idea of what I'm hoping to do, and want to just at least see me in person and kind of get an idea of who I am and everything like that. I know that one video really isn't enough to tell, but it's something. So this will also be linked to my campaign page, just kind of to let people know if they ever check that out. And yeah, so I think I've rambled on long enough. So this has been Daybreaker Rein, guys, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys.